piece feels so complete in the sense that how long did you take to write this piece? I felt that you take us through many different states of mind, different kind of feelings, yet it was a kind of complete journey. And I'm impressed that when you were here to produce a piece that feels so complete, it's very, very satisfying that way. How long did it take for you to write this piece?
It took 2 weeks. I'm also writing the score on the computer. Yeah.
2 weeks? Wow. That's great. I feel that there are moments. It was a little hard for me to just realize that there are only 2 strings making such a thick, loud sound. And the way that you use the winds, not only you incorporated what Dana specializes in those beautiful textures, extended techniques, organically into the piece, but you gave such beautiful lines to Vincent to play. You know, the opening melody, and also the very end with that glissando, that was like custom made for Vincent. It was just, you scored them beautifully, Vincent played it beautifully too. Thank you. Yeah, and I'm a little bit puzzled by the title. Can you tell us what I tried to say here?
It's describing the character. He's a crazy person. He often think of like hallucination. But there's some beautiful part about it. There's also the most of the part is like dark, and he's like trapped into his own world, and I want to kind of like express that feeling to the music.
I think you did it very well, and especially now that I know that you only took 2 weeks to produce this piece with multiple sections and hand wrote everything. I'm very impressed. I think if you give yourself more time, you can produce very, very impressive larger scale works. So I look forward to that.
Questions or comments from the audience? Michael.
I really so enjoyed listening to your piece, Mizuki, and everyone's performance. Wonderful playing, Vincent. Awesome. What I really loved about it was there were these really like distinct, almost physically having an effect on me moments that happened in the piece. And one of them was the clarinet glissando for me, and then the other was the bassoon playing that extremely low note. And it like kind of bolstering the strings into this like hyper string kind of situation. And then what I found really impressive about both those things is you brought them both back in very different contexts later in the piece. So could you talk a little bit about how you were thinking about these kind of musical events, and if the bringing back was something you were consciously thinking about doing beforehand, or if it just happened?
For the bassoon, I never heard of bassoon before, and when I listened to the Dana's performance, I knew that her voice, her like deep sound will like shake the stage. So yeah, I tried to apply that, and for the glissando Vincent part, I like the Rhapsody in Blue. It's always start at clarinet, going glissando first, and I got inspired by that.
Could you say more about how you think about tying ideas together and bringing back certain sounds?
It starts at like quiet, and the bassoon starts playing the melody, and then at the progress, clarinet takes apart and make it like more variation, and I just I don't know. The idea was now watching the Psycho movie in scoring class. I got the melody from that, from like watching the video. So there's like two melodies that I came up. First one is the beginning, starting from the cello. Second melody is the last part, the chord, and I thought there's like connection on both parts, and I try to apply these parts with melodies, and I put it on these both parts. Does that make sense?
Cool. It was very cinematic and like it felt all of the dissonance very like viscerally. So it's cool to hear your inspiration. Oh, one more. Cool. Thinking, Lucas.
Hi. I love your ability to like always compose such beautiful pieces. How did you go about kind of using such instruments and complementing each other?
And I talked about your instrumentation and how you make them all work together.
I actually I could improve more, and I was a bit rushed at first because I'm writing the score. I wanted more time to like explore the instrument and like bassoon, and what I complemented, I don't know, filling out the rhythm with the chords, distant chords taught by Nate T.
Yeah, your harmony was super like strong and versatile in the piece. And congratulations.
Yeah, it's a short piece. It's a long piece, but it puts so much in it, and I'm also impressed by the guidance you got. So who's your teacher?
It's Kitty.